What's going on, guys? This is Pikachu OTC from Simple Trade. Welcome to another weekly review in our channel. In this review, I'll be talking about 4 stocks that ran between 90% to even 400%. Most of them are low floaters, continuing the streak from the previous week. And the first stock of this weekly review will be UCPA. We already showed that stock and the run that it made on the previous week, but it continued its run a little bit further this past week, and we'll understand right now why. So first of all, UCPA is a pink current information stock. It is a communication agency network with its subsidiaries and operational focus in Europe. The float of the company is very good, 318 million as per the latest quarterly report. And it was quite quiet for the past year as there was no news and no update whatsoever from the company. But on February 10th, 2022, as you can see right here on the chart, where there was no volume whatsoever before that date, you can see it right here, almost nothing from the volume bars. And then on February 11th, a day after the news was released, the stock absolutely exploded for 266% in 2 days after the news, and overall 435% from the day of the news until Friday. So the news was that UCPA and Making Science Group are pleased to announce the acquisition by Making Science a 70% interest in UCPA, the owner of 100% interest in 3 Kroner Media, which is a full-service media agency with locations in both Sweden and Denmark. This transaction will make Making Science the owner of 1.1 billion shares of UCPA outstanding common stock, meaning that Making Science is now in control of UCPA. And considering the market cap that UCPA had around this area, around the penny area and the sub 60s and 70s, it was about 5 to 6 to 7 million market cap only. And the 3 Kroner Media turned over almost 80 million euros. So only by looking at the market cap of the company, the current market cap right here, and the estimated market cap that this company should be, which is minimum 80 million euros, these prices were absolutely ridiculous, and that is why the stock ran so fast and so hard with actually massive volume. Almost half of the float was traded that day, and ever since that news, the stock continued its run for a 435% overall. From here, we will move on to the second stock of this weekly review, and that stock is CETI, and this is a 15-minute candle chart. You can see right here that in 1 hour and 30 minutes, this stock ran 386%. Now, you might think that this is not liquid because this is only a couple of hundred of thousands of shares, but look at the price. We are talking about a dollar price, so this is a very liquid stock. You could have made a lot of money on this stock if you read the news at the right time. Now let's understand what happened to CETI. So CETI is a pink current information stock from the OTC markets, and it has a float, a ridiculous float of only 2.7 million shares. This is absolutely insane. This is one of the tiniest float that ran so hard in the past year, and it did not release any news for the past 7 years. And all of the sudden on February 15th, as you can see right here on the chart, the company released the first news in 7 years, which was the announcement of the launch of its pilot oil production and water filtration technologies in the Permian Basin, Texas. But here is what most interesting in this news. CETI is formally the operator of record with the Railroad Commission of Texas. Based on the independent geological study, the mineral lease has an estimated of 45 million barrels of oil reserves, over $4 billion at the current market price, which is absolutely insane numbers. We are talking about a company which was around here about 50 to 60 million dollars market cap, and here we are talking about $4 billion worth of oil barrels. This is absolutely insane numbers, and that is the reason that the stock ran so hard. You can see the massive volume at the opening at the 1 hour and a half first after the bell rang, and that news gave us a liquid 386% run. Let's move on to the next company. We already covered up this company in the previous videos of our channel, and that company is AMLH. And first thing you can see is that the strong support that the stock created at the 001 area. Now, what happened here? What caused 320 million volume and about 90% run in only 2 days? This is very, very, very simple, yet not so simple. What happened here was very strong market manipulation from the level 2 table that pushed the stock upwards all the way up to 0019, the high of the day, from the low of the day 0011. Now, how can you tell that it was a market manipulation? Because it is very hard to see that on the chart. Well, you could have seen that only if you spotted that live action on Friday. We spotted that on our Discord community, and we alerted that it is due to manipulations, and there was no news, no update, and no behind the scenes, or as people like to say, insiders trading. It was pure manipulation. Now, if you want to know how to spot these kind of manipulations, go to the description and join the OTC Oracle course. You will learn everything you need to know there, and you can even learn how to ride the manipulation and make money out of it. And from here, we will move on to the last stock of this weekly review, which was also covered on the previous one. It is NXMR. First of all, if you are not familiar with NXMR story, make sure to go to see the previous weekly review, as I will be reviewing only what happened from the last week and not what happened overall with the companies. So just like we did on the previous weekly review, we will go to the Twitter page of NXMR and see the updates on this week. And as you can see, on February 16th, they said that they're heading back to Carlsbad, meeting with more companies this week for future businesses, and also checking out the 2 new units to add to the fleet. Also, a couple of days later, they released the news about a new management in one of their subsidiaries, and 1 day later they said that more to come next week, and that there was no change to the float, and it is 41 million shares. So there was no massive news or any massive updates, but there is no delusion with a tiny float and a very great story with more things to come each and every week. And as more and more people exposing to this story, the volume and the price action react accordingly. And that was it about this weekly review, guys. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, make sure to drop a like, comment down below, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell notification button so you don't miss the future videos and that you will get alerted every time we release a new one. If you are not on our Discord channel, make sure to join in. The link is down in the description below, and I wish everyone a green and a profitable week.